Hi guys, welcome back to this channel. I am Darian and I wanted to do this video today talking about how to have success in a new season. Now, of course, everybody, you're living your own life, so you will know the overall best way that you need to maneuver or move as far as how you need to play out and work out the seasons in your life. But this is just to give you some tips if you feel like you don't really know how to embrace the new season, and some things to just look for and consider in a new season of life. So let's go ahead and jump into this video. All right, so seasons of transition and a new season sometimes come unexpectedly, but I find that when they do actually come, it's at the perfect time. It has always come at the time that I actually needed it. And sometimes these new seasons represents the start of elevation and a new place that you are going to. Even though sometimes when a new season is approaching, you may not even be aware when it's starting. New seasons usually come at a time when you need a breath of fresh air. So you may have been in a season for years or months and it just seemed like nothing has changed and you have tried to get out of the season, but sometimes seasons just come at the perfect time when you're ready to transition into that new place. And sometimes when you have been in a place where you have had some seasons that have not felt the best and it's been an extended period of time, you may not even know how to transition into that new place because you've gotten so used to being where you were, even though you may not be living in the fullness of what you know that you're supposed to be living in for the seasons of your life. So let's get into some practical things that you can practice while entering your new season. And the first thing I wrote down is to figure out what you are supposed to be doing in the new season. So with the new season, a lot of times you may find that the things that you're supposed to be doing are also supposed to be changing. This may or may not mean a new job, a new career, a new place to live, whether you stay in town or go out of town. This could mean new community, new friends, new relationship. Also in this new season, you may find that you have new assignments. So whatever your purpose was to do in that prior season, time may be up for that. And now it's time to transition into the next assignment that you're meant to do in life. And that could just be to speak into women and men in whatever way you can do in your community or your neighborhood. It could be to just house people. It could be to work on a new media project, whether that's film, movies, music, whatever you are supposed to be doing in the new season, you need to figure out what you are supposed to be working on at that time. It's true that we can do certain things in any season. So like I was saying, film and music, you could be working on that in another season and it not prosper because it's not time for you to be working on that specific thing in that season. But in this new season, it may be time for you to work more on it and push out these things because now it is the season for it to reach the people that it is meant for. It's okay if you don't know what you're supposed to be doing in this new season right away. So let's say you just moved to a new city and that was part of your new season and breath of fresh air, but you don't know exactly what you're supposed to be navigating. Sometimes as you're just living life, it'll just click. Like maybe you start working at this job and now you have a new fresh idea of what you're supposed to be doing. Are doors open to where you can work with other people to accomplish what you're supposed to be doing in life? Maybe they'll start to give you ideas. People all around keep saying you need to do the same thing. That may be a hint as to what your next assignment may be in life. I find this so beneficial to make sure that in every season, you're not spending a lot of your energy on things that just aren't meant for you in that season, because then you'll find that you may not have the extra energy to actually spend on the things that you're supposed to be doing. So in every season, whether it's new or not, one thing that I have found is that you want to make sure that you're spending your time on the things that matter in the season. For some people, that could could be as simple as just spending extra time with your family members, spending extra time with people that you know love you. So it's not always super deep or work focus or task focus when it comes to a new season, but just figure out what you're supposed to be doing in this new season. Why are things shifting? Why are things changing for this new season? What is supposed to be coming from this and happening in this new season? Okay, so let's hop into the next thing. This is one of my favorite topics because, to be honest, I love throwing away stuff that I just feel like I no longer need, that makes me feel cluttered. I love just throwing stuff away to feel like I have a new space and just freshness all around. So the next thing is to get rid of old habits that no longer work. And although habits don't necessarily mean physical things, I feel that it's so good to just get rid of just old things, period. So when I say habits, you know what is in your life that you were able to do in prior seasons that may not have affected you, and you're fine. But sometimes entering a new season, especially if you're on a spiritual journey and drawing close to God, you will find that there's some things that you just can't take with you. And it's not necessarily a forced thing where you're being forced to get rid of things and change things, but you will feel that conviction like, it's time for me to put this down and move on to the next level in my life. There are some new things that I can pick up and start to work on and have in my life, and this no longer serves me. Before I got to the seasons of these past years, I had a whole different mindset, and throughout the new seasons and the changing of seasons, I truly became a whole new person. The old version of me honestly is not in this new version of me. Obviously, we have some habits that throughout our lifetime we may still be working on, but I can think back to how I used to think in the past and versus how I think now, and I truly, it's like night and day. And I'm not talking about you have to change your whole personality and character and all of that. Obviously, we should be working towards the better versions of ourselves throughout life, hopefully. I just noticed there were specific things about me that I was changing for the better, and the new seasons couldn't hold that old version of me. Like, if I was still stuck in the same mindsets and habits, I wouldn't be able to maintain who I am supposed to be now, or the life that I'm supposed to have now. And this is a journey thing. We don't just wake up into a new person overnight. It took time and me just seeing what I want now in my life and the things that I desire in my life. And over time, I shifted into the new version of myself. So in a new season, you may find that you're becoming a new person and just starting to shift things in your life. Your lifestyle may start to change. Even if it's financially, even if it's like now you can afford to have this and do this and, things like that. There should be a positive shift in a new season that you encounter in your life. Okay, so I wrote some examples down of habits. Maybe this may be something that you feel like you have to work on, or maybe not. Maybe you're okay with how things are right now in your life. But for me, I wrote down get up early. I personally I love to sleep in and just do the day on the timing that I want to do the day. But now that new seasons have approached and I'm in a different place, I'm starting to see it may be more beneficial for me to get up early because I can accomplish certain things at a quicker time and then have the rest of the day to do what I need to do. Or because I need to start to go to sleep a little earlier to be able to work on certain things, maybe I should actually focus on getting up early so that I can get more done throughout the day. So if you just started a new job or had a shift in that way, it could mean that you need to get up earlier and shift the timing in your day that you give yourself to accomplish certain things. It could mean a change in diet or a workout plan. So let's use this example. If you know that you are supposed to get married or that you are being led to prepare for marriage, are you okay with the version of yourself that you look like right now for that person to come in your life? And you may be somebody that's already in a relationship are not, but let's say you're not in a relationship, do you feel confident and comfortable with your body for that person to see your body and be around you? So think about things like that. When you are truly being led into something, truly being led into a relationship, one thing I have found is that God will lead you when it comes to certain situations in your life to prepare for the different blessings that he's going to give you. Now, that's something that you're going to have to seek him in your own time to figure out if he is sending you a spouse or something like that. But make sure that even if it's not that. So let's say you want to be a model, and this is just an example, and I understand inclusion and all of those things, but think about this from a real perspective of how a person from a brand may require their models to look, okay? This is not coming against your personal, what you may have going on or how you look, okay? So let's say most of their models that they choose look a certain way. I'm not saying change your whole looks to fit into something, but if you feel like this is something that you are meant to be a part of, consider the facts of the prerequisites and the different requirements that they like to choose people to represent their brand or organization. So if you're trying to be a supermodel, New York Fashion Week runway, and you know that they hire models that have this certain aesthetic and look, try to work on doing what you can do to fit into that. Again, I'm not saying to change who you are, but what I'm saying more so is to prepare for what you know you will be entering into in that new season. This could mean adopting a fitness routine. Even when you think about the military, I've heard people say that they have to maintain a certain level of fitness to be able to do their job. So when you think about things like that, are you prepared for the new things that you're about to walk into? So consider the things that you will have to do as far as daily lifestyle and lifestyle changes to be able to keep up with the new season. What are your financial plans and goals? So are you saving enough? Are you overspending and don't know what you're supposed to be doing in this new season financially? Are you in a season where you have to move, and now because you haven't done what you need to do financially, you're not able to move? So consider things like that. Consider the goals that you need to be reaching and keeping up with so that you're not hindered from actually being in that new season because you haven't done things in prior seasons that could have been beneficial for the now. Or even now that you've entered that new season, sometimes it can be easy to be like, oh, I'm in a new season, I'm just gonna do this and that. Make sure you have what you need to be able to sustain yourself in the new place. The habits that you once were able to get away with before, maybe you might not be able to do that in the new place to sustain yourself. Treat this new season exactly like what it is, something new. I want to mention this, that you should focus on a doable routine for yourself in the new season. Don't overwhelm yourself trying to do everything new, or just, focus on what is doable for you in this new season. Focus on the parts of the new season that need your attention the most. Being in a new season does not mean that your life has to change in an extreme way or drastically change, but be able to pinpoint the things that need to be changed for the time being. Okay, so let's say you're in this new season, you realize there's some things that you're gonna have to change in your life, whether that's to get up early, whether that's to change into a new workout routine or fitness routine, lifestyle, whatever you have going on, you're going to need discipline in this new season to be able to keep up and see the results that you want to see in the new season. So do what is helping you to see the fruit in your life. Do what is helping you to see the results that you are looking for in your life and remain consistent. Sometimes when we switch to a new routine or new things, it can be easy, especially I feel like for women. I feel like this is more so of a woman thing. We can get in our emotions and feelings, and it can make it easy for us to not want to stay consistent or I just don't feel like doing it today. But if you have too many of those I just don't feel like doing it today days, you may find that you're not making the progress that you need to be seeing in your life. So stick to that routine, have some consistency and self-discipline in the new season to see the results that you want to see in the new season. If you find yourself going back to the habits of old seasons, or maybe kind of feel stuck, you have to remind yourself that this is a new season. This is a new place that you're in. It's no point in going back there. There's a reason why you're transitioning into this new place, because you more than likely have new blessings coming in, new favor, new things that are meant to get to you, but you have to be open to making those changes for those new things to make its way into your life. Staying stuck in past seasons can cause so many setbacks in your life. So continue to move forward in the new thing. Okay, guys, let's move into this next thing. And this is to open your heart to the new relationships that will come into your life, to the new friendships and people that are going to be entering your life in a new season. When new seasons come around, there are new people that you will notice will start to come around in your life, unless you just completely like shut out and don't expose yourself to anyone or the world. You'll notice that even if you do that, you may still notice that there are new people that may come around in your life. And this is because when we enter new seasons, we're supposed to be meeting new people. And there are new people that may help you to go to that next level. A lot of times we even get blessed through the relationships that we have in life. How many times have you heard somebody get an opportunity because they knew this person, or somebody get a recommendation because they knew this person that took them to the next level? It helped them to get to where they needed to go. I used to be the person that used to agree with the saying, no new friends. But as I've grown older, I realized that you really do need new people to come into your life that have been exposed to different things that you have not been exposed to. They may have connections in places that you would not have access to if you've never met this person. So yes, you do need new friends. You do need new people in your life. And consider that sometimes when you have been in past seasons, when you're entering new seasons, the same people that you have been used to having in your life for a season or for a time may not make it with you into that next season. So in seasons where I've had to let people go, new people have continuously come into my life, and you have to be able to filter out, is this for this new season? Is this to just get me to a new place, or to help me to be moved forward in my life for a specific reason? Or is this actually meant to be a long-term relationship that is just coming into this new season? Not all people are bad, but definitely use that discernment on who you are allowing to come into your new season. And that is people from your past, and also people that are newly coming in for your future. All right, you guys, so this is the last thing I have for this video. This is my favorite one, okay? Because it took me some time to learn this in my lifetime so far. I mean, I still have life to live, but you know, in my life so far, it took me some time to learn this one thing. That thing is to keep your mouth shut. Especially in a new season. A lot of times in a new season, when we're so excited and we're moving to different places in life and we just have newness coming, we want to share because we're excited and finally something new is happening. But you may have people in your life who are in a certain place, and it's not that their new season is not going to come. It's not that you're just getting a new season and they're never going to ever see a new season, but we move at different seasons at different times in our lives, and sometimes people aren't able to handle that it is your time to move forward. It is your time, and I'm not even talking about where you have to leave them behind. They could still be in your life and not able to be able to accept that you're being blessed with a new season. They may want to hold you back. They may want to sabotage this new thing that God is trying to do in your life. This new season that is being brought into your life. And it may not always look like something drastic, like them physically stepping out of their way to sabotage you, which some people are bold enough to do that. Like maybe they're trying to call and get your application canceled for, I don't know, wherever you're going, whether that's school or moving or whatever. Or it can be just as simple as them putting seeds of doubt in your mind. Are you sure you're supposed to be doing that now? Are you sure that this is, what is meant for you? Even though you know that it is a time for you to elevate and you feel the newness and you feel the pressing to do a new thing, people will be used to derail you from the new season, to derail you from the new blessings, to derail you from that new place that you are supposed to be going. So be mindful of that. Even if it's people from your past, you have to understand why people are saying what they're saying. Just because it sounds good, just because it sounds like it's coming from a place of care, love, and concern, does not necessarily mean that it truly is coming from that place. Sometimes it's coming from them wishing that they were in your space, they were doing the things that you're doing now. So make sure you really consider why a person is saying and doing the things that they do. I've literally had seasons and times in my life where the people that I thought cared for me were wishing evil against me. They were wishing that I would fail and everything would sabotage and fall apart. And I went through that enough to realize that my mouth was what was actually getting me in trouble, because everyone does not need to know the next plan and the next thing happening, okay? That saying, don't let your right hand know what your left hand is doing, I have found to be so true when it comes to people, because you don't know what a person has in their heart. You only know based off of what the person shows you and the moments that you spend with a person. So your happy moments, keep them to yourself until they have come into fruition, okay? Don't be quick to share all the details of your life and the things happening for you in your life. All right, you guys, so that is it for this video. If you're in a new season, I hope that you embrace it and find the joy and favor and the good things coming to you. And yes, just be in this new place and continue to elevate. I thank you so much for watching this video, and I hope that you have a great day. Bye.